besides being two great rappers who became very famous in the 2000s. Rick Ross and 50 Cent are lucky men who like to burn through their wealth. But the question is, which of the two leads a more luxurious life? In this video you will watch a close battle between Rick Ross and 50 Cent. So then, let's get to the fight! Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Round 1. Luxury shopping. World celebrities like 50 Cent and Rick Ross have money to spare so that they can spend it on whatever they want. And of course, as rappers, they love to show off on the internet. 50 Cent, for example, likes to invest in a vast collection of watches, including the following models. A $43,000 Hublot Spirit of Big Bang King Gold, which blends tradition and innovation. An $85,000 Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Double Balance Openwork that accompanies a $170,000 Cartier Designer Panther ring. A $110,000 18-karat gold Hublot Big Bang Evolution adorned with 120 diamond stones. A $200,000 Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, with it completely covered in baguette diamonds. A $235,000 Audemars Piguet in the chandelier model, also covered in diamonds, but a little more expensive than the previous one. And finally, the most expensive of all, an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore with nearly 500 baguette diamonds, which justifies its price of $1,390,000. Rick Ross is not far behind in this race, though. The rapper, for example, had customized a key to be used as a pendant on the necklace, being made of gold and covered in diamonds, an item that cost to his pocket $25,000. Another accessory that was covered in diamonds was a basketball to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Miami Heat team, which must have also cost a huge amount. Rick Ross is also always wearing beautiful jewelry on his hands and neck, such as thick gold chains and precious stones. One of his most exaggerated chains features a portrait pendant of Rick Ross himself, which has been appraised for around $1,500,000. He has also been visited by the King of Bling, nickname of the famous rapper's jewelry designer Johnny Dang, who delivered a giant spinning pendant filled with emerald diamonds. In addition, he also sold an extremely luxurious and shiny chain, which is not to be outdone. While it's not known how much these gems cost Rick Ross, you can imagine it was in the ballpark of the millions. Another accessory that can't be missing in the rapper's look are the watches. He actually has a huge collection of the most expensive watches on the market, and he has also had many of them customized. One of the simplest models he owns is a Rolex Day-Date President made in yellow gold with diamond-studded dials and a green dial, an item that costs around $70,000. Another watch from Rick Ross' collection is an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak made of white gold, entirely decorated with diamond baguettes, quite an eye-catching jewel that is worth around $130,000. However, when it comes to the brand Richard Mille, the rapper has a special model of the Abu Dhabi collection, made of transparent material, with sapphire crystal and blue details, a watch that costs about $600,000. Raising the price even higher, he owns a Jacob & Co. Mystery Tourbillon, an emblematic watch with diamond discs that rotate around the central axis and mark the hours in a very mysterious way, living up to its name. There are 12 stones that represent the hours and 2 stones of another color that represent the hands. And to have such a jewel, you need to invest an impressive $1,350,000. From this same luxury brand, Rick Ross has shown on his social media one of the most expensive watches that exist in the market, the limited edition billionaire Ashoka model made with more than 500 pieces of sapphire scattered all over the bracelet. No wonder that this precious watch is valued at an unbelievable $2 million. Taking into consideration that Rick Ross has a more luxurious jewelry collection, he wins this round. Round 2. Mansions. In this round you'll find out which of the two has a more expensive real estate portfolio, Rick Ross or 50 Cent. Curtis grew up, for example, in a cozy 2-story house that is in the southern part of New York's Jamaica neighborhood. With 1,125 square feet of area, the colonial-style property was built in 1935, and the rooms have wooden floors and the predominance of clean colors, which make the internal environment light and welcoming. The place has a spacious living room with glass windows that bring natural light into the interior space, as well as a compact kitchen that features antique-style cabinetry. There are also 3 cozy bedrooms for residents to settle in, plus 2 bathrooms, one of which has a relaxing bathtub. However, outside, the property has a beautiful backyard, which has a great space for gardening. According to the Zillow website, the estate's estimated value is currently at $497,900. Another residence that 50 Cent owned before it was demolished was a mansion in Long Island's Dix Hills neighborhood, but unfortunately the property was destroyed in a major fire in 2008. After it happened, the rapper listed the plot of land for $500,000, even though he had purchased the property for $2,400,000. And currently, another house has been built on the site. Going up in price, the most impressive mansion 50 Cent has ever owned is located in Farmington, Connecticut. The incredible property was built in 1985 and is 51,600 square feet in size. The entrance hall has beautiful staircases leading to the upper level, while the main living room is very spacious, being decorated with various picture frames and having glass doors that open onto an outdoor patio, which offers amazing views of the area. Back indoors, the mansion has a total of 6 kitchens, with the main one having several counters, modern appliances, and even a sound system. The dining room, meanwhile, has a large crystal chandelier over the table, as well as having chairs that were bought by the boxer Mike Tyson himself, the previous owner of the place. The mansion also has a cinema room with modern armchairs for the comfort of the rapper and his guests, as well as having a highly technological projection system for the time. 50 Cent's office, meanwhile, is filled with portraits of himself with other celebrities, such as Justin Timberlake, Eminem, Madonna, and Bill Gates. In addition to all this, the place has 19 rooms, and the singer's suite has a living room, which includes a TV facing the bed, as well as integrating a luxurious bathroom and an elegant closet, where there is dedicated space for storing hats, another for shoes, and a separate place for clothes and luxury accessories. 50 Cent's mansion even has several resort-like amenities, such as a courtyard with an indoor pool, a well-equipped recording studio, a nightclub for up to 2,000 guests, a modern residential gym, and several game and billiards rooms. Outside, meanwhile, the mansion sits on a 17-acre wooded lot, boasting a basketball court, a private lake where the rapper has spent some time feeding fish, and a large pool with a lovely waterfall, which includes a spa area. In order to maintain an estate of this magnitude, 50 Cent had the monthly expense of $72,000, with him having bought the mansion in 2003 for the small sum of $4,100,000, besides having invested a few million more in renovations. According to some sources, the mansion was sold off in 2019 for just $2,900,000, but the rapper first listed it in 2007 for $18,500,000. In addition to these mansions, 50 Cent previously shared a video on Instagram of his supposed residence in Africa, but he later clarified that he never owned property there. During an interview, Jackson also revealed that he once lived in a 2-bedroom apartment where he paid $800 a month, even though he had already amassed $38 million in his account. And currently, it's not known for sure where he lives, but during the pandemic, he lived in New York City, with some records on his Instagram giving a glimpse of the property, which has great views of the city. Rick Ross is more daring in his real estate purchases. For example, he recently purchased a summer home in the residential landmark Ranch Estates in Southwest Ranches, Florida. Beautiful landscaping adorns this 2.33-acre lot along the expansive entrance worthy of a palace. The facade is imposing and quite eye-catching. This 8,600 square foot property is perfect for entertainment, with it having an indoor summer kitchen, a large comfortable movie theater, a massage room, a sophisticated bar with custom cabinetry, and a game room complete with a pool table. For someone with a passion for cars like Rick Ross, the property is ideal as it has a garage with space for up to 9 cars. The main house has 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms. There's also a guest house with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. The luxurious master suite has great finishes, featuring a unique custom walk-in closet with glass cabinets, plus a spacious bathroom with lots of natural light, a hot tub, and a relaxing shower. The chef's kitchen is classic and refined, being integrated to the living room, which is illuminated by extremely luxurious chandeliers. Outside, the view is really stunning, typical of a luxury resort. The pool has an irregular shape, resembling a natural lagoon. A waterfall next to it further enhances the leisure time, with it having a hot tub and a slide for fun. The property was owned by NBA player Amar'e Stoudemire until in 2021 Miami native Rick Ross bought the mansion for $3,500,000. One other residence of Rick Ross is his 54,000 square foot Rapper's Palace, located on a massive 235-acre plot of land in the U.S. Georgia town of Riverdale. Nicknamed the Promised Land, the residence is certainly a material asset that Rick Ross is very proud of, as he doesn't skimp out on the posts on his social networks showing details of this mansion. Being always surrounded by numerous luxury cars, the facade of the house resembles a real palace of a lucky king. Decorative statues of Greek gods make the entrance of the residence even more exquisite. In addition, the initials of Rick Ross' name can be found everywhere, giving the mansion even more personality. Throughout his large plot of land, there are several ways for the rapper to have fun. He has, for example, a paddock for breeding strong horses and giving them have plenty of room to live, a golf course to have fun with friends, a giant, comfortable movie theater, some artificial lakes that beautify and refresh the property, a giant pool considered the largest residential pool in the entire United States, with an impressive 350,000 gallons of water. It is also known that the property has a total of 109 rooms, and that they are extremely exquisite, with gold details in the chandeliers, walls, and beams. One room that draws a lot of attention is the entrance hall with two giant circular staircases and a very high ceiling that offers great amplitude to the place. And to take care of all this infrastructure, the rapper certainly has to cash out a pretty penny. Just to cut the grass and keep the lights on, he said he used to spend about $1 million a year. But if you think that the property only provides expenses for Rick Ross' pocket, you are mistaken. It was once used as a set in the Eddie Murphy movie, Coming to America, serving as the Palace of Zamundin. And to rent it on that occasion, Ross says he pocketed $2,750,000. From the scenes shot inside the mansion, you can get an idea of how exquisite it is. Featuring 12 bedrooms in total, the master suite is a room of luxury. Not to mention the bathroom, which has a giant hot tub right in the center. In addition, the rapper has already given interviews in his house, showing a little more of the interior decoration. And it is possible to note that he loves paintings and works of art. This property belonged to former boxer Evander Holyfield until in 2014, Rick Ross bought the estate for a great price, paying at the time $5,800,000. But after the rapper made purchases of neighboring land and made major renovations to the residence, surely it must be worth much more today. Since Rick Ross's mansions are more expensive and luxurious, he wins this round. Round 3. Cars. Both Rick Ross and 50 Cent are rappers with worldwide fame and with such a level of financial wealth that they can both afford luxury cars. But the question is, which one of them has the most expensive garage? The singer seems to be completely passionate about cars, with him owning a huge fleet of luxury vehicles such as a $55,000 Tesla Model 3, a $60,000 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, a $100,000 Ferrari 308 GTB, a $115,000 Hummer H1, a $130,000 Chevy Bel Air from 1955, a $160,000 Mercedes-Benz AMG G63, a $180,000 Mercedes-Benz S650, $260,000 Australian dollar Ferrari 488 GTB, a $300,000 McLaren 720s, a $310,000 Ferrari 458 Speciale, a $270,000 Ferrari 458 Spider, a $330,000 Rolls-Royce Ghost, a $340,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith, a $450,000 Lamborghini Aventador. And all of these cars are just a small fraction of his collection, so it's no wonder he has even created a page on his website listing his entire collection of classic vehicles. To give you an idea, it is estimated that Rick Ross owns a fleet with more than 100 cars, which surely must be worth a real fortune. 50 Cent, in turn, bought a black Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 on his 43rd birthday. And to have such a car, you have to pay something around $160,000. Another car 50 Cent owns is a Bentley Continental GT, a high-end, very refined car that can cost upwards of $200,000. When the rapper wants an SUV with a sporty look, he has a Lamborghini Urus, a robust car capable of drawing a lot of attention wherever he goes. And it's no wonder that the price of this 2-ton machine is around $260,000. Although Jackson is a tad bit too big to drive lowered cars such as high-speed vehicles, he has been seen inside a Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster, a luxury sports car that can go for upwards of $300,000. One of his most exclusive cars is a Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead, which underwent a new plot in metallic color. This convertible model has curves reminiscent of Renaissance sculptures, which explains its price of $355,000. As for the Bentley brand, Jackson also owns a Mulsanne, a classic that was customized in gold color. And to have a car as luxurious as this, you need to spend something around $420,000. In 2018, the singer gifted himself a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and he even showed his followers the price he paid on this treat, the equivalent of over $440,000. However, when 50 Cent wants to use super sports cars, he has a Lamborghini Aventador S Roadster that has already been plotted in different colors. This car can unite dynamism, refinement, and aggressiveness on the road, which justifies its $500,000 price. The most expensive car that the rapper made a point of gifting himself, though, was a Bugatti Chiron. It is a powerful high-speed machine that costs up to $3 million. Taking into consideration the sum of the value of the cars listed here, 50 Cent wins this round. Fourth round. Business. Besides making a lot of money as rappers, 50 Cent and Rick Ross have other sources of income. But which one of them has more ventures? His most famous company is the music label Maybach Music Group, which was founded by the rapper in 2008, and which has released hit albums by artists like Whale and Meek Mill. In the food business, the rapper currently owns more than 25 franchises of the American restaurant chain Wingstop, and also owns franchises of the drive-thru Checkers. To get an idea of values, his franchises raise his estimated monthly income some $585,000, according to Hot New Hip Hop. In addition, the rapper is a representative of not just one, but several brands of drinks. The biggest of them is Luc Belaire, which produces champagnes for all tastes, with various flavors on the market. To give you an idea, the brand's Instagram has an impressive 600,000 plus followers and is a true bestseller in the United States. While he is definitely not the owner of Luc Belaire, he is a spokesperson for the brand and certainly receives commission for selling the drinks. This is also the case with the Bamboo Rum Company and the gin brand McQueen and the Violet Fog. Another release from Rick Ross was Collins Avenue, in partnership with cannabis brand Cookies, a flavored snack inspired by the rapper's identity. He also invested $1 million in the startup JetDoc, a digital health platform that aims to connect users to a licensed healthcare professional quickly. Not to mention his long history of advertising campaigns for companies like Rap Snacks, Reebok Sportswear, Ciroc Spirits, and others. In all, Rick Ross has about 17 partnerships, which definitely makes him huge piles of money. A great medium to do these advertisements is his Instagram, where the rapper has over 15 million followers. As if all these sources of income weren't enough, William Leonard has already released 3 books, his autobiography, the memoir Hurricanes, and the bestseller The Perfect Day to Boss Up. Meanwhile, 50 Cent has a diversified business portfolio with investments in various sectors. In 2014, for example, Jackson became a minority shareholder in Effin Vodka, a vodka brand produced in the Netherlands. Until he sold his stake in the company for a huge amount, that value allegedly being $60 million. Jackson has also already signed a $78 million partnership deal with Frigo Revolution Wear, a luxury underwear brand. One of his most successful investments was his minority stake in Vitamin Water, with him participating in the launch of the Formula 50 beverage. The company was acquired by Coca-Cola in 2008 for a whopping $4.1 billion. And according to some sources, the rapper's ownership stake has earned him somewhere around $100 million after taxes. Not to mention that 50 Cent also has his own record label, G-Unit Records, and he also has his film and television production company, in which he has acted in, co-created and produced the drama series Power, which aired on the Starz network. And as if so many businesses were not enough, 50 Cent is even the CEO and founder of the headphone company SMS Audio. He also has his own brand of alcoholic beverages, Sire Spirits, which has already released a champagne called Le Chemin du Roi and the Cognac Branson. When it comes to marketing, Jackson has been involved in several ad campaigns with major companies throughout his career, including his partnership with sportswear brand Reebok. Since both rappers have various enterprises, we will consider this round a draw. Fifth round. Net worth. 50 Cent and Rick Ross are rappers who resemble each other in that they are close in age and for also having both gone through some financial mismanagement after getting famous. But which one of them is currently the richest? Having been in the media for quite a long while, the rapper is from a generation of artists who have made a lot of money from selling records, CDs, and DVDs. Since Rick has released 11 albums over the course of his career, he has certainly pocketed a pretty penny. In addition, his shows represent a good portion of his earnings. It is estimated that at the peak of his career, around 2014, the rapper charged an average of $200,000 to perform at an event, a fee that could be much higher depending on the size of the audience and duration. Adding up his artistic earnings, Forbes magazine estimated the rapper's earnings at $6 million in 2013, making him one of the highest paid artists of that year. However, in 2017, Rick Ross is estimated to have made something around the $11 million figure. But since he has numerous other businesses and ventures with high cashes and secret contracts, it may be that this figure is being underestimated. However, for being a guy who appears in the news for getting into trouble for past due tax payments, it is clear that there is a lack of financial control on Rick's part. And perhaps it is because of this, and also because of his very lavish lifestyle, that many portals estimate his net worth at a relatively small amount, in the region of $50 million. Coming from a poor background, Jackson saw music as an opportunity to make it in life. His debut album, for example, was agreed to with an upfront payment of $1 million. Soon his skyrocketing fame in the 2000s began to make him even more money, mainly from selling records and touring. But it was with the success of his investments and ventures that 50 Cent's wealth went to another level, as he was able to amass hundreds of millions of dollars from contracts and equity sales. However, since he wasn't very financially sound with his bank account, mainly due to overspending and court problems, 50 Cent ended up accumulating debts that totaled over $28 million. This eventually led him to file for a public bankruptcy protection hearing in 2015, a fact that shocked many of his fans. However, with an iron will to make it big again, the rapper quickly recovered his finances. In 2018, for example, some portals reported that Jackson signed a long-term partnership with Starz for the production of his television series, a contract worth an estimated $150 million. So it's safe to say that these days 50 Cent's net worth is already over 9 figures. However, since both rappers have a fairly similar net worth, let's consider it a draw once again. In addition, in this video we are evaluating who flaunts the most and leads a life filled with the most luxury. With that in mind, let's get down to the sum of the points. At the end of that battle, we had 3 points for 50 Cent against 4 points for Rick Ross, making him the victor of this fight. But if you believe that there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, please write down below your best justification. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel Dios to satisfy your curiosity.